Well, hello, it's Dexter and me back with the latest little door for you to open on your During the Meanwhilest Advent calendar. And today is a tiny, teeny Tech Tuesday treat. It may go on a Tuesday, I don't know, but it is teeny, it is tiny, it is all about tech, and it will be a treat. Trust me. There we are. That's enough alliteration for one day. I film a lot, or I've been filming a lot lately, all through the summer and the autumn and into the winter on my GoPro. I bought it. It's a GoPro Hero 9 Black, and I bought it, I don't know, about 2 years ago, and hardly ever used it. But this year it's been a complete revelation. I've enjoyed shooting with it immensely. But it's only caused me really one problem. Now, I like to shoot quite cinematic footage on it, so I don't like using like the auto settings. I shoot in, I think it's 5.7K, I think something like that. And I like to shoot at 24 frames a second and then use a 1/48th of a second shutter speed to get nice, sort of blurry footage. Sharp, but motion blur. That's it. That's the right word, motion blur. But to achieve that, when you're out and about in bright conditions, means using an ND filter. And I bought a set of, I think they're called Taliesin ND filters, and there's an ND8, an ND16, and an ND32. And they were great when lighting conditions were, pretty stable. So if I was out in like sunshine or whatever, then great. But if I was going between a sunlit area and then into the shade, it was a pain in the backside having to either take the filter off altogether or change it to keep the exposure looking the same. And I thought, what about getting a variable ND, because I use a variable ND on my X-T4 when I film outdoors with that. So what about getting a variable ND filter for my GoPro? So I did. I got this one. It's a Neewer, and it's supposed to go from like 1 stop to 9. I am a little bit, unsure about its accuracy. So I got one. I bought one of these. But of course, then how would you mount this? Because it's a screw-in filter. How do you mount this onto your GoPro? So I bought as well one of these, a Ulanzi plastic cage for GoPro 9. I didn't need a metal one, so I've gone for one of these. I'm not going to get the full-on media thing for it, so I'm going to carry on using the GoPro's internal mics, and I have put a little wind muff on top of that to use. So I got this cage, and what it gives me as well is a couple of cold shoe positions then for mounting a light. And if I did ever want to get the audio interface for it, I could use one of my external Rode or Synco microphones with it then. But until then, I'm more than happy with it as it is. The filter screws nicely in. Obviously, I don't need it now because I'm indoors in controlled light. The filter screws nicely onto the front element of the Ulanzi cage. It seems well enough made. The GoPro slid in there easily enough, and I've got protectors on the front and rear screens and on the lens element, but it's still fitted in just fine. You do have to take your side door off. I think if I ever wanted to immerse this in some water, I would have to take it out of the cage and fit this back in. But yeah, otherwise you've got a door on the side which replaces this one and gives you access to your battery, to charging, and to your micro SD card. There we are. That is it. Hopefully this will revolutionise, if not quite there. It will certainly make filming with the GoPro a lot easier, as now when lighting conditions change, I can just rotate this little thing rather than, you know, having to take filters off, swap filters around. Yeah, so there we go. The Ulanzi G9 stroke 4 GoPro plastic cage, or plastic cage for GoPro 9, and Neewer. I've used these before, and they Neewer filters, they're all right. They're quite good. 1 to 9 stop variable ND. That's my new outdoor action being the operative word, filming rig. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Ta-ra.